Let me rub my two fingers together against my thumb. Pray to the mother gods. Tell them to bless my game. I also bow my head to the almighty, universal creator. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to strut my stuff. I also pray that the truth comes out around us and to add some spiritual protection to my business and my family and surround me with spiritual protection and guide me in righteous steps. Amen. Now, I just came on today, man, to basically ramble. Just ramble a tad, you know what I'm saying? It's November 9th. A lot of people woke up this morning with a new president-elect. And yeah, man, so, you know, a lot of people upset. There's a lot of negativity. I'm scrolling down the Facebook lane. I see a lot of negative. People that's normally upbeat, positive, they really don't like Trump, man. And my question, right, my sentiment, because they can all be right. I could be completely wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I have been thoroughly convinced that Negroes do not have political savvy and don't really know the voting process, who to vote for, or what horse to even have in the race. As a matter of fact, it's almost to the point to where Negroes have been taught to go against their own interests for momentary gains, you know, for immediate gains. You know what I'm saying? So basically, throw the baby out with the bathwater because it's hot. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, and this is just a rumble, you know, I think I'm blackballed rumble. So, you know, if you take it personal, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know, we come from two different schools. I have read and learned different aspects. And some people might consider me not a happy camper. You know what I'm saying? I think I am. You know, I just think that, you know, I searched high and low and had somewhat of a veil lifted, you know, where I could see a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I have to try my best to somewhat separate myself from the people who don't, who I feel just don't really have the savvy enough to vote right. As a matter of fact, they get duped into voting against their own interests. So if black folks go Hillary, if I don't see the point, I naturally look at the strengths in Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's just natural. And some of the strengths in Trump that I've seen that I don't really hear people talking about a lot is I heard people talking about the building the wall in Mexico, and, you know, the hatred of Muslims. And it's just a lot of rhetoric that I hear people speak on. And I don't really think black folks understand immigration doesn't benefit African Americans in the least bit. I mean, the ones who has assimilated into society successfully, immigration is a great benefit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can go to Home Depot and find somebody to do your landscaping and do your painting for you for, you know, pennies on a dollar. You know, even though that's it may sound racist or elitist, or why don't you pay a black person to do it? Hey man, I'd rather pay somebody to do it that's gonna do it right and don't have a fucking attitude. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So from that particular standpoint, immigration, you know what I'm saying, would benefit a successfully assimilated black individual. But for you poor motherfuckers, And for you motherfuckers that don't have a motherfucker, and for you motherfucker that's trying to get your shit together. Like, we ain't even talking about the motherfuckers who ain't thinking about getting their shit together. I mean, you supposed to vote for Hillary. You supposed to thank Hillary all day. You know what I'm saying? And people who want to get their shit together. What you don't really understand, man, is like, let me explain to you how a minority contract works. You know what I'm saying? Minority contract works off bids. You know what I'm saying? So you go to the city, you know what I'm saying, wherever you are, and I should be a little bit more, you know, like I said, this is the most unprofessional, professional podcast / radio show ever created. You know what I'm saying? So I forget the correct terms and correct buildings and places to go. But what I'm telling you is you go to, you know, to the small business, let's just say small business association. Let's use that word for instance. You go down there, man, and what they have is they have large contracts. So let's say the city is building a road, you know what I'm saying, or basically, let's say Texas Stadium, right? Jerry Jones building Texas Stadium. Let's take this back to when the Texas Stadium was built, right? So they say, hey man, we're gonna have 90 million in cleanup fees. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the minority contracts, we're giving away 30 million in minority contracts. So some of the minorities can come in and get some of this janitorial work. Let's just say janitorial service, right? So what happened is everybody go see this work they bid, and certain people get certain bids. So let's say the bid is you have the minimum is you have to have 30 men for 8-hour shifts, 24 hours a day, right? So it may mean they want you to have 10 men on 3 8-hour shifts a day. That's the requirement, you know what I'm saying, for $30 million for a 3-year contract. So what ended up happening is everybody don't get the contract. One person get the contract. You may not even own a broom. You understand what I'm saying? But you you own the business. You get the minority contract and you holler at all your friends that's in the same business, that's going to bid on these same jobs every week with you. And as a matter of fact, for y'all men out there that don't understand, the women get in line twice. So if your business is in your woman's name, she can actually go down there and bid while you working on another bid. So this is what happened. When they get the bid, that's when they go to their friends and say, hey man, what y'all got going? Can you man up enough men to help me with this job? I'll give you if you give me 5 men, I'll give you a $100,000 a year contract. Shit like that. Basically what I'm telling you is, even though it sounds like minority contract and it sounds like everything get dispersed, it's still a system. And the more people within that system take advantage of that system. So if you're the only person down there and there's 9 people that are all together and against you, that means when you get a contract, you can choose out of all them 9 people who you want to work with, if any. You might have enough manpower to do it yourself. But if you don't, you can choose out of those 9 people, or you can go home. You can do it how you want to do it. But if those 9 people, whenever they get a contract, they hire each other and don't think about you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just one small instance, man. And I apologize about the ramble, man. That's one reason why I keep my motherfucking mouth shut. You know, I always heard of saying, you know, what they say? Damn, I can't even think of the saying right now, but it's something like, people can think you're ignorant, but if you open your mouth, they know you're ignorant, some shit like that. And that's pretty much what it is, man. Me trying to record, you know what I'm saying? My ignorance really comes out. It's all over the place. I'm not really talking to a person. My mind is scrambled. And I have a hell of a premise on my mind, but I just can't can't align the words together properly. But if you tuned in enough to understand somewhat of what I'm saying, right? This, I think I'm blackballed. So part of being blackballed is having a lot of scruples fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm under a tad bit different amount of pressure than most people. But bear with me though, because I'm trying to get to a point. So basically what I'm saying is, all I have ever heard Donald Trump disrespect was immigrants. He may mean black people under his breath, who knows? I mean, you know, as far as you can say, but we know Hillary passed. We know a lot of stuff that Hillary did. We know Hillary pandered to black people, right? And that may not be as bad of a thing as we think. But the fact that we know it exists, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you would go there, and see, and it's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but immigrants can get the same minority benefits as you get as being a black person. But you can't get all the benefits they get from being an immigrant. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when you go to your neighborhood, there's several people in and out of jobs, unemployed, working through temp agencies, and there's people with stable businesses. It's a dude on my block, man. Dude been having a corner store since the day I really jumped off the porch, since I was old enough to know. Say, man, his brother worked with him. His brother opened up a store around the corner. His sons run his store now. Sons and nephews. They all foreigners. I don't even know where they from. I forget where they from. But the brother that opened up a store down around the corner, he done opened up another store about 2.5 miles up the road, and now I got 2 stores over there. So I'm like, I really don't, and this secondhand, this the one that didn't really speak that much English. This is the one that was having a hard time, rough around the edges, wasn't that educated. You know, kind of remind me of Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit, but you know, when you looked at the pecking order, he was like the least likely to succeed. It was 3 brothers. I don't know where the third one is, but the first one owned the first store. The second one opened up another store. He ran the store for about 5 years. Opened up his own store around the corner. Now he done opened up another store down the street, and opened up another store down the street. I mean, so he got, I know he got 1 store in my neighborhood, 2 stores in the neighborhood a couple of blocks down. And what's crazy, man, is you know, at this point, a lot of people don't recognize who the boss is. You know, when I was coming up, we was all young. You know what I'm saying? He was a young man, probably about 18, 19 at the time. And I was, you know, around 10, 11, you know what I'm saying? So I watched the whole progress. And basically, what I'm trying to say is, the reason stuff like that can happen, man, is people have a network. They have a network that we probably could grasp, but it's a little bit beyond our reach. You know, I see people nowadays, man, starting to get tobacco shops, starting to get little corner stores, man. So it's starting to look a little bit better from that aspect. But you have to look at it, man. Ain't no Jeffersons in my hood. All the cleaners are Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't even have a sense of style about how people want their clothes clean. You know what I'm saying? They just clean them the way they want to clean them. You know what I'm saying? Start from the way they want to start. And woo, you know. But anyway, so that's the whole point, man. You know what I'm saying? I never heard Trump make, especially during his presidential run, anything sound like he was maliciously attacking black people. And as a matter of fact, once you know, have the veil unlifted, most of the people that get up there are just finessing black folks anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're not really in your corner or for your best interest. I mean, you know, you see we had a black president, and although I guarantee he probably would have liked to have done something, you know what I'm saying, at some particular point, but, you know, these guys are in a different bracket. You know what I'm saying? They looking at people like cattle. They don't even look at you like a human. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your weight up to be on their level. And so basically what I'm saying is, all they do is pander to you anyway. So a person like Donald Trump, man, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I don't claim to be, but I don't really see why any black people, you know, supposed to be middle class or people that's trying to get their things together, I don't really see what their issue is with what Trump speak. Only thing I can see, man, is the celebrities on this side, all the TV shows on this side, you know, people call him dumb and shit like that. Now, what I will say, the negative that he do have is, as far as being a businessman, I don't really think his track record shows as being a successful businessman. I can remember, you know, a couple of years ago when people was talking about he was just a fucking name. You know, his name was worth more money than what the businesses is actually worth. You know, but he put stock in the name. So, you know, he opened a building. You know, he don't call it the Oceanfront Drive. He called it Trump at the Ocean, and Trump in big bold letters. So, you know, even though that the business may fail, you know, the fact that when you come to that ocean side, all you think about is Trump. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's kind of what I know. So that's kind of fearful. People thinking that because he's a good businessman, he could, you know, finesse us back into prominence as far as the economy. I'm like, well, you know, as far as business track record, I don't know how he is at the stock market, but as far as business goes, that might be the wrong philosophy to have. So like I say, man, I have been trained, you know what I'm saying? So when I see a bunch of black folks go for the bait, to just sit down, man, and let them have at it, and go for the one they ain't even looking at, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's almost like, you know, they've been trained to go against their own best interests. So anyway, man, I'm gonna get up off the motherfucking grain. I'm having a hard time. I'm struggling with this here, baby. You know what I'm saying? So if you in here with me, man, that's all good. But yeah, I've been having a rough time with it, and I just wanted you to look at it from a different perspective. I mean, what president has ever got up there and actually pandered and actually made promises to black people? You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we don't want to throw Hillary too far under the bus. Maybe she would have, you know, threw some decent bones out and got some thing popping. Because right before Barack jumped on the scene, Hillary was our girl. That's who we wanted. Remember? We wanted Hillary. But, you know, all this shit started coming out. That NAFTA bill started kicking us in the ass for real. See, we didn't realize how much damage that NAFTA bill done until Bush's last term. That's when it started kind of revealing itself, you know what I'm saying? Something that, you know, that Clinton was behind back in the day. So it's a lot of stuff going on, man. And another thing about Trump, the only thing they had against Trump was that he grabbed the pussy. And say, man, coming from a experienced, seasoned pussy grabber, you know what I'm saying? See, some people don't really understand, man. I've been grabbing pussy since junior high school. When you comfortable enough, you know what I'm saying, to walk up to a friend, y'all had that kinship where you can tell her to come here and grab her by the crotch of her pants, man. That is something only a certain type of industry. I used to call them hoes. But right now, I don't want to refer to myself as an animal. I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to be stiff collar right now, you understand what I'm saying? But it's something like a pack. It's just the instinct that we have with each other. And trust me, if you say, hey man, you grab me like that, you embarrass me in front of everybody, I didn't like that. And plus you don't do it in front of everybody. You know, it's kind of like a thing you just do. You know, I remember having a young friend that I grabbed by the pussy once or twice. She was a virgin, you know what I'm saying? And I basically was too, but for the most part. But you know, the thing was just to say, hey man, whenever you decide you're gonna share that thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, me and you got this bud right here, you know what I'm saying? And it was just something. It's almost like when you go to the club and slow dance, and a dude put his hands on your ass, you know what I'm saying? Some people just have a different aura to themselves, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, it's 2016. I am no longer, well, I will grab a pussy or two, you know what I'm saying, if it's somebody that, you know, we have that common understanding. But that's kind of like the edge, man. People really don't understand. It's a certain edge that people have. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of what separates let me get out there, man. You know, like I say, man, the word gravitates around pretty much everything I say. And I don't really mean it from a certain aspect. But basically what I'm trying to say, man, is that if you want to blame a dude from going to his prom, dancing with a girl that he knows has a crush on him, and he puts his hand on her butt, if y'all want to make a big deal out of that, man, go right ahead, bro. But you and I both know, man, that's just, I don't know, man. It's something that people who understand each other work with. Now, if y'all don't have if y'all not in sync, then yeah, that's rape. You know what I'm saying? That is inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? But hell, who knows? So anyway, by grabbing a pussy, man. And I never heard any of the female come out against him. So I heard a few females came up against him, so I might be speaking out of turn. But for the grabbing pussy comment, come on, man, get off the goddamn gas, man. We played grab booty all through my childhood, man. You know, man. And I would imagine that when the cameras ain't on and when you ain't at work, you probably still play the same goddamn games. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. So it is what it is. See, I done lost track. I done went off. Now I done dug a hole. And I'm trying to dig out that motherfucker, but I'm digging it deeper and deeper. So it's time for Big Fee out the goddamn D, man, to get off the radio. Off the camera recording. You know, I just want to say, man, Trump, I hope this ain't a death sentence, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping this ain't what kicked the racial war off. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, by 2020, which supposed to be perfect vision. Supposed to see everything clear in view 2020, and I hope I'm still alive. You know, according to Brother Blue Pill, I'll be 44 in 2020. Well, you know, I'll be 43. I'll turn 44. Yeah. Anyway, my birthday in January. So yeah, man. So hopefully I make it past 44, and hopefully, goddamn me, 2020. We see that we was wrong about Trump the whole time. But the main thing is, man, you need to be getting your shit together anyway. You're not really worried about, you know, what's going on with Trump, Hillary, and you know, you need to make sure everything around you is in order, and everything around you, man, is responding positively, you know what I'm saying, to your commands. If not, the president is the least of your worries. You know what I'm saying? You know, right now, some of y'all wives your president, some of y'all kids your president, some of your parents your president. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get from up under their rule. You know what I'm saying? I need to make things right with them before you even focused on the goddamn president. So anyway, man, I'm just running my mouth. I'm just babbling, man. Like I say, man, that hole getting deeper and deeper. So I'm finna go and quit digging while that motherfucker where it is. But I'm hoping you hear what I say in good spirit, good faith, and understanding it's positive. And I'm trying to give you a positive outlook on things. And to question yourself about what you've been hearing. Because I think you've been listening more to Snoop and more to T.I. and more to the Young Turks, you know what I'm saying, and all these different people than looking at what you're looking at, listening to what you're listening to, and going by judging by your own mirror. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I just don't want to see the goddamn signs. Who knows? But anyway, man, damn, peace out.